I think all hunts and fishing trips and stuff, there's always something to remember, and that makes it really memorable. One of the most fun and challenging hunts was hunting a mountain goat in northern British Columbia. There was this huge bluff across the Chesley River, and the Chesley it's a glacier melt river, so it's always just big river, big rapids and torrent, Only in the coldest times is it not real torrential. But you can hunt mountain goats in the coldest of times because there's 7 foot of snow and ice on the mountains, and it's impossible to hunt. Plus, there's no season then. My horse, Coin, he was the best horse in the whole group, and I knew that he was the man because I've been riding him for like 12 years. Sure enough, get down to the river, of course, from up top it looks pretty smooth, but you get down there, it's not so smooth. And I realized, it's a little bit higher than what I thought. It's a little bit more torrential than what I thought. And Coin's looking at it, and he's not backing up on me. And I'm going, well, maybe he thinks it's okay to cross. Well, it was a little bit more water than what I thought. And that wasn't the biggest problem. The biggest problem was Coin was missing a shoe on his right front. When he'd lift that foot up like this, all of a sudden he would move kind of downstream. Me trying to turn him to get him back up on there just made him that much more anxious. And when he did, he just started doing like this. When he did, boom, here we go. We're not halfway out that bar, but now we're in the current and we're going like this down that river. And I'm going, oh my God, First thing I do is bail off of him and grab hold of the saddle horn. I've still got the range, and I bail off and I'm holding saddle horns. And you don't want to get on the down current side because if you do, you're going to wash under him. So I'm just hanging up there, just kind of, and I'm talking to him the whole time. You got it, Coin, you got it, let's just go, you're done fine, I'm just talking to him. And I've always heard that if their ears ever get full of water, if their head ever goes under, they're going to panic like crazy. Chances are you're both going to drown. Sure enough, Coin's ears go, his head goes under one time, and I'm going, I'm dead, everything's done, poor Coin's going to die, I'm going to die. And so I'm pulling, come on, Coin, come on, but I still got that saddle horn, and we're about halfway across. I slide over the saddle horn, and I get on the downstream side, and I reach over and grab the shore, and I pull myself up, and I just leave the reins, let him do what he wants to do. And I get off and I realize he's just going to stand there. He stands there for another 5 minutes. And I'm going, Coin, it's okay, you can come on. So sure enough, I get out there and I finally get the reins and I start going, come on, boy, you can do this. And sure enough, he comes up. And the look he gave me, he was so mad at me. I guarantee you, he hated my guts. And I had to play 2 days of makeup with that horse after that. And I didn't even take him up the mountain that day. No, I will aim. We're going to stay here until we get settled. And I thought, what else is going to happen? We just got to get to the top of the hill and go find this goat. So sure enough, that was a little bit of a scare, but once we got up to the top of the hill and made my way over to where this goat was, I realized, he's in a good area. You don't want to, it's 1,000+ feet down the edge of these cliffs. And if you make a wrong shot on one, if you don't put him down, he's going to run off that cliff because he thinks he still has the facility, the faculty to, he can just run over, bounce down the cliff just like he always did. No, they don't have that. If they're wounded, they're going to fall. When they do, it's just going to destroy that animal. So it's not really the right way to take them. So you have to wait. So took a couple of days, a lot of anxiety, but I knew I've got the time. He's going to make a mistake. And sure enough, he got to the right area. I got up early one morning and I realized he's no longer in that mistake area, so he's got to be down there feeding, down in this area that he can be taken. So sure enough, I went around the mountain about a half mile, come in from a different direction, coming in real careful. Of course, the wind's coming up the hill. And I come in real careful and I see him over there and I said, done, got him. I knew I've been hunting him for 4 years. This was the 5th year. And when I got over to him, I realized, wow, man, a true trophy. And so that was an amazing hunt. One of the most amazing hunts I've ever been on.